Welcome back to another exciting episode of Campus Update. We've been hearing good things about the show, so hopefully we can keep it up. Some of you kiddos are going back to school physically, either tomorrow or Thursday, so it's probably smart to know what's going on. Here's some basic details, just in case. For those of you going back for hybrid learning, you'll be split into two groups, Team 1, Team 2, and Team 10 for all you Jake Paulers out there. You can find out which group you're in with difficulty. The best way to go to Aries, under Students, Demographics, and then under the Team section, either a 1 or 2. If you have the letter D, it stands for Built Different, which means you are doing 100% online schooling. The schedule looks like this, not too different from before, just with some passing periods built in. Team 1 goes in person Tuesday, Wednesday, and Team 2 goes in person Thursday, Friday. So what do we have to do differently when we go back? Well, for one, you have to wear a mask, and they won't let you on campus without one. There's this thing, the COVID footpath for walking between classes, but honestly it's hard to look at, so I'm sure it'll be a lot more simple once we go back to school. Please self-screen and do not come to school sick or with any symptoms. That wouldn't be very nice of you. If you follow the social distancing regulations as well, congratulations. You're good to go and you've followed all the requirements. If you're still confused, welcome to the club. Maybe visit hpoilers.com to see the reopening guidelines and operations for yourself. Well, see you at school tomorrow, Oilers. Well, that was exhilarating. I'm sure everything will go as planned. In other news, the election process is still going, and just in case you've been living under a rock, here's Ben with a quick update.
Doomsday is upon us all. Soon this entire country will be plunged into never-ending despair with no way out. And if you're 18 or older, it's your job to pick which champion of Hellfire shall spearhead the apocalypse. Vote. Election day is coming up, and you have to vote. You have to do it. If you don't, I will be very sad. Go out or stay in and vote. Aren't old enough to vote? Didn't ask, don't care. You can still make your voice heard. Do what you can to encourage people to use their right to vote. Just do your part. You can vote in person, you can use mail-in ballots, you can use a pigeon to send your votes. I don't care. Just vote. Election day is soon, and those who stayed silent will be the first to succumb to the wicked char that shall sprout from the tainted soil of this once great country. Those who did their part, however, can sleep soundly, knowing that the oncoming purge will be kind to them. Personally, I think Kanye is gonna win.
Wow, I sure do love politics. All that talk made me hungry. Here's Mila to help quench my ravenous hunger.
Hey Oilers, I recently got to go to 00 Pizzeria on Main Street. They have so many delicious pizza flavors to choose from. Not only do they have pizza, but they also have salads, sandwiches, and a variety of desserts that are homemade by them. I decided to get one of their best sellers, which is the truffle porcini pizza, and I would definitely recommend trying this one. It was a 10 out of 10, absolutely delicious. For dessert, I got a slice of their Blanca cake, and it was also super tasty. Make sure you go check out 00 Pizzeria on Main Street, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice. Personally, I always look good. But there are some of you who struggle with fashion, to say the least. Here's Ethan to help you out with a cool vintage store.
Hey Oilers, are you looking for a cool new place to thrift? Well then why don't you check out One Look Vintage. Positioned off of 5th and Olive, this place is your one-stop shop for vintage clothing, records new and old, and retro memorabilia that is a cool find for any collector. The employees are nice and engaging, and they even provide gloves for you to browse their selection. So come on down and check out One Look Vintage. You're sure to find something worth picking up.
Maybe there is hope for some of you guys. Do you know who always looks good? Gamers. And gamers get their own segment this week. Gordon, tell them about the exciting world of esports.
Hey Oilers, I checked out What's Up with Esports this season with gamer Will Trin.
Essentially, esports is a competitive sport in which teams compete in video games to be the best. We are a large collaborative group that plays video games, and we compete against other schools in various games, including League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, and many more. And we also hold weekly community night, in which we play games like Among Us. Everyone is welcome to join. So even if you aren't a competitive player, you can still come out to hang out and have a good time. The great thing about esports is that we aren't that greatly affected by COVID. We still compete in the same way as we always did. We've had the luxury of being able to play and practice at our own homes. Some goals for the season is we're hoping to make playoffs in all our games. That's the main goal, and we really want to win. If any people want to watch any of our teams play, we always play in our Discord channel. So you can come to join and watch us compete depending on which day. Please join our remind by texting at HBHSES to 81010 and by joining our Discord server as well.
After talking to Will, I tried out League of Legends myself. It was interesting to say the least. I was camping bottom lane as a support and I was getting nerfed on. I feel like they should smurf LeBlanc because they killed me in cold blood. Do I recommend it? No. Would I play it again? Maybe. Well, I'm off to boost my account. Stay poggers!
Wow, who knew you could be so successful in video games? It really makes you think. I think we all need a break. Rather, a big break. Here's Haley to tell you about it.
Hey Oilers! Many students here are involved in APA and the performing arts in general, but it can be tough to maintain a passion or a hobby during the pandemic. Recently, I sat down with some members of an online play festival called The Big Break to inform Huntington students about their company.
The company was started by me, my wife, and our partner, Larry.
I wanted to join The Big Break because I thought it was an amazing opportunity to make connections. I think that's one of the biggest parts of The Big Break is being able to meet so many established actors like Kevin Brief, to expand not only because I've done a lot of stuff at the high school for performing arts, but I would like to expand and branch into the professional world. And I feel like The Big Break is a really cool way to do that.
I wanted to join The Big Break because it's such a cool concept. Like the fact that this is this show coming out where all these amazing like new writers and new actors can have their chance, because the arts are really hard to break out into. I'm sure a lot of people know that.
The Big Break is really a community. Like our team has really come together, and if it were not for people like Delaney and Sabrina and the work they do, which is right on par with people who have been doing what they do for decades, that the level of skill and hard work they've put in is really the kind of thing that makes this possible.
If you are an actor or a playwright who is interested in The Big Break, go to their Instagram at TheBigBreakOC, where you can find new content coming out soon.
Thanks, Haley. That was beautiful. Do you know what else is beautiful? The smiling faces of our HBHS peers. We had a homecoming court this year. Let's see who's featured. It's too bad I didn't make the cut. Maybe next time. Well, that's all we have for you today, Oilers. And remember, I ain't never seen two pretty best friends. Always one of them gotta be.